Have you ever asked yourself who we are, where we came from, and why we exist? Did we really evolve from monkeys into humans? Or was it some invisible, divine power that created us? Today, wherever you are, whether in any corner of the world, you don't know me, I don't know you, but we cannot forget our beginning. Started from the same place. Somewhere we were one, and we still are. And today, we will witness the story of millions of years of human evolution and revolution, which made us human, which made us beings capable of thinking, understanding, and feeling. The story of life on Earth is billions of years old. Mountains rose, oceans formed, life emerged, and then came humans, a being who learned to question itself. But the real question still remains. Are we truly the result of evolution or part of a grand design? Science says the evidence is hidden in our DNA, and religion says the answer is in our soul. So let us embark on a journey where science and faith stand face to face, where every answer opens a new mystery. This is How Did Humans Evolve? A mysterious, scientific, and spiritual journey that can forever change the way you see the world. This is NIS JKT Discovery, and today we will talk about ourselves, how we became human, where did this journey begin, and where is it going? Part 1. The beginning of life. Around 4 billion years ago, when there were no rivers on Earth, no trees, no breathable oxygen in the air, in the depths of the oceans, life took its first breath. They were microscopic organisms who began their existence in darkness and hot water. This is where life's evolutionary story began. Gradually, these tiny beings changed forms. Some learned to swim, some crawled on land. From them came fish, then reptiles, then birds, who touched the sky, and finally mammals, who became intelligent and sensitive. Science says life adapted to every change over millions of years, so that it could survive in its environment. And then, about 6 million years ago, on the same land in Africa, where the sun rises first, a new species evolved that stood upright on its feet, made tools with its hands, and looking at the sky, thought for the first time, who am I? They were our ancestors, the beginning of the story of humans. Part 2, the first steps of evolution. The first came Australopithecus, around 4 million years ago. This species still looked like apes, but there was one difference. It had learned to walk on 2 legs. This was the first big step in human evolution. Gradually, it began using its hands, came down from trees to live on land, and began seeing the world from a new perspective. Then came Homo habilis, called the handyman, because it made tools for the first time, chopping stones for hunting, finding food. Life was no longer just surviving, but learning. After that came Homo erectus. It discovered fire, a power that turned darkness into light, fear into safety, and cold into life. Homo erectus traveled long distances, spread from Africa to Asia, Europe, and the rest of the world. It was no longer just a living being. It became a traveler, an explorer, and the true foundation of modern humans. Part 3. The birth of modern humans. And then, around 300,000 years ago, on the dusty lands of Africa, was born Homo sapiens. That is, the thinking human. Its brain was larger than before, but the real difference was in the way it thought. Now, it didn't think just to survive, but to understand, feel, and create. It learned language, how to turn emotions into words, made tools from stones, and for the first time, shaped the future with its own hands. Gradually, it spread across the earth, from Africa to Asia, from Europe to America, even to icy lands and deserts. Some built huts, some painted caves, and some looked at the sky and imagined gods. This is where the story of civilization began, when humans tried not just to survive, but to find meaning in life. Here began art, culture, society, and also religion. It was the moment when animals became humans, and humans gave birth to humanity. Part 4. What makes us human? Evolution was not just of the body, it was of the mind, thought, and soul. Humans didn't just light fire, they ignited the flame of knowledge, which still burns today. They learned to speak, learned to dream, and for the first time, thought about life after death. These questions set them apart from other beings because they didn't just live, they sought the meaning of life. They looked at the sky and saw gods in it. Gradually, consciousness grew and was born. Empathy, faith, and imagination. This thinking, this awareness, turns us from creature into human, a being that dares to question its own existence. Part 5. The story of religion and faith. But science tells us how, religion tells us why. Hinduism says Brahma created the universe. From Manu and Shraddha, humanity began. That is why the word Manushya, human, comes from Manu. Christianity says God created Adam and Eve, and from them, humanity spread. Islam says Allah created Adam from clay and breathed his spirit into him. Every religion says the same thing. Human existence is not just about the body, but a symbol of soul and purpose. Part 6. Science versus religion. So, is there really a conflict between science and religion? Perhaps not. Science tells us how life began. It seeks reason, evidence, and process. It peers from the tiniest particle to the edge of the universe to understand how creation came to be. Religion tells us why life began. It asks questions of the soul, meaning purpose. Because every being has an invisible consciousness, which is not just the body, but something more. Science opens the eyes. Religion opens the heart. One teaches us to see, the other to feel. Together, they tell us where we came from and where we are going. Perhaps the truth lies in both, because whether we evolved or were created by an invisible power, in the end, we are made of the same earth, and one day we'll return to it. But until then, within us, our questions, our consciousness, these keep us human. Part 7. Conclusion. Human evolution is not yet complete. We are still evolving. Every new discovery, every new technology, every new thought takes us further. But the question is, are we moving in the right direction? Once we made tools from stones, then discovered fire, then built civilization. Now, we are creating machines that can think, artificial intelligence. We are editing genetic codes, teaching robots to feel, even dreaming of connecting the human brain to computers. Is this the next stage of our evolution, or is this the point where humans will fear the future they themselves have created? Once we were like monkeys, then became humans. And now perhaps we are evolving into a new species, Homo technologicus. Science says, in the future, both our body and mind could change. Perhaps our children will be born not biologically, but through artificial intelligence. But if technology grows greater than our hearts, will we still be called human? Remember, true evolution is not just about creating machines, but preserving humanity. To evolve means not to run faster, but to become wiser, more compassionate. Every discovery should aim to make the world a little better. For humans to understand humans, not destroy them. Perhaps true evolution is when we rise from I to we, because until we share each other's suffering, until we consider this earth our home, evolution remains incomplete. This story is not just about our past, but about our future. We are the species that can question our existence. We are the ones who can reshape ourselves. So let us ask once again, how did humans evolve? And perhaps this time we will get the answer. They are still evolving. This was How Did Humans Evolve? A journey that began millions of years ago, but whose end is still far away. You were watching NIS JKT Discovery's The Future of Humanity and Our Planet series. If you liked this video, be sure to like and share it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.